Well, folks, we are witnessing the end of the Republican Party. I never thought I would see this day, but the Republican Party we once knew is over. And the Republican Party of our grandfathers is pretty much non-existent at this point because MAGA has completely infiltrated and hijacked the entire Republican Party. And now if you're not loyal to Donald Trump and Donald Trump alone, then you're not a MAGA. And I never really thought I would see this day, but Mitch McConnell is stepping down. Donald Trump has put Lara Trump, his daughter-in-law, in the RNC, and since he done that, 60 staffers have lost their jobs. So he's definitely stacking the deck in his favor. And there's a lot of people out there who are celebrating this. Marjorie Taylor Greene had this to say: MAGA is now in control of the Republican Party. We will continue to need everyone's help all the way across the finish line. Do not grow weary, dig deeper. Now, they've felt this way for some time now. I'm going to play you an older clip, but this is Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about how that MAGA is just sick and tired of Republicans. Roll the clip.
Republican voters across the country are sick and tired of Republicans because they never do anything to hold this government accountable. Republicans go out on the campaign trail and go on TV and do their 5-minute hearing videos and post up on social media and say all this garbage about how they're going to fight it and stop it. I feel like many of the American people that think that Republicans in Congress completely fail them. I feel the same way, and I'm a Republican member of Congress.
So she's mad at the Republican Party because they won't hold the government accountable. I think she's got that one completely bass-ackwards. It's MAGA that needs to be held accountable. And what this is they're not pledging their undying loyalty to Donald Trump. So therefore, they used to just call them rhinos. Now they're just completely pushing them all the way out. We're MAGA. We're in control now. You either worship and bow at the altar of Donald Trump or you're not even considered in our party at all. And Donald Trump is out there pushing more and more of this anti-Republican rhetoric. He said this on Truth Social. He reposted this from a ultra extremely stable genius. I'm not voting Republican. I'm voting Trump. Now, I don't know how he plans to win with this kind of rhetoric come November. I don't know how he plans to win when he drives any voice of reason away from the party and just pulls in all the batshit crazy. I don't know how he wins with that. But he's still out here hammering anybody that's ever spoke against him, and even people that he's beat and put out of the race. He still can't quit taking jabs at Ron DeSantis. Take a look at this clip.
I'd love to come over and make amends. I've always felt you were the best candidate. I think you're fantastic. People that were with DeSanctimonious, they were with other people. Well, I'm not going to use that name anymore. It's not respectful. Let's call him Ron DeSantis. People.
So he can't even stop kicking poor old Ron DeSantis. How ridiculous do you have to be? I mean, anybody that stands up to Trump at all, challenges him at all, runs against him in any way, if they don't pledge their undying loyalty to Donald Trump, they're not in the club. And I know some people would say, well, that's kind of extreme, Brando. No, that's exactly what Lara Trump had to say about it. Check out this clip.
I can assure you there will be no funny business. Anyone who is not on board with seeing Donald Trump as the 47th president and America-loving patriots all the way down the ticket being supported by the RNC is welcome to leave, because we are not playing games and we have no time to waste. So we have to ensure that every single penny of every dollar donated goes to the causes people care about. That's part of the reason that I think I'm such a great fit for this. There's no one more loyal to Donald Trump and the Make America Great Again movement than this person you're looking at right here, than me.
Folks, there is nothing normal about this, okay? We cannot allow that type of rhetoric and that type of mindset to become normal in this country. We were supposed to have a two-party system, and now we have one party versus a guy and his cult. That's what we have. Because she's saying, I'm qualified for this job. No, she's not. The only thing she's qualified to do is everything Donald Trump tells her to do. And the first and foremost rule here for her is anybody that questions me, anybody that challenges me, anybody that tries to speak ill of me or against me, they get kicked to the curb. That's what she's saying. She's saying it out loud. That's not democracy. That is a cult. That's what happens in cults. You question the cult leader, you write a bad article about him, you're put out, you're demonized, and you're vilified. And how many times have we saw Trump turn? He invites these people in to work for him. And the minute they say, whoa, wait a minute, we can't do things this way, this is not how the government works, he kicks them to the curb and he demonizes them and he vilifies them and he makes them into a complete joke. He uses them as a stage prop and a joke in his show. They become a punchline for him. And that should absolutely terrify anyone that truly does believe in democracy. I don't want a party. Let me go ahead and say this because I know somebody will say, yeah, but you support Joe Biden. Let me say this. If Joe Biden was saying you have to be loyal to Biden, and if you're not loyal to Biden, you're kicked out. This is the party of Biden now. I would not be for that. I would not be sitting here saying, oh yeah, I can't wait to get behind this, because that's not normal. There's nothing normal about any of this, but it's happening. We are seeing a time it is a hell of a time to be alive. This is something I never thought I would see. I did know that the Republican Party was kind of like a snowball headed for hell. I realized that. I realized that they were old and they were out of ideas. They were out of touch. I knew all those things were happening, but I thought they would find a way to kind of pick themselves back up and get back on track in some capacity. But instead, they've went completely off the rails, and I kind of have to almost sit back and laugh at them just a little bit, because it's kind of like the old expression, if you break it, you bought it. They broke themselves when they bought into the rhetoric of Donald Trump. They broke their own self. They could have distanced themselves from him. They've had chance after chance after chance to throw him under the bus and walk away, but every time they bow down to him, and now that they've lost their party, I really can't feel sorry for them.